Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
It's time for local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now let's head live to the stadium for coverage of local sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Wenatchee, Washington for tonight's encounter between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me, as always, is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And you can't do much better than this for our first broadcast of the season. El Clásico, River Boca, América Guadalajara, Wenatchee Eastmont. It's going to be a good one, man. No doubt about it.
Always entertaining. Always entertaining. It's a great game. I'm at a loss for words, I guess. We had a house fire just up, so a lot of action tonight. And you can smell a little of the smoke blowing in, but
let's hope everybody's okay.
Start to the heat we're going to feel here on the field tonight, right?
Let's hope everybody's okay. Let's hope that the fireworks just limit themselves to what happens on the pitch. It's going to be a good one without a doubt. These two teams wanting to start off the season on the right foot, and what better way than to beat their arch rivals from across the river. When we come back, we have interviews with the coaches, the starting lineups, the keys to the game, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. Next to me is the head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats, Vidal Hurtado. Coach, as always, a pleasure.
Thank you.
And, well, there's no need to motivate the players when the rival is Wenatchee, is there? The motivation is basically built into the contest, no matter where in the season you are.
Absolutely. It's all about actually trying to be composed. I think we can be excited. We can have a little bit of adrenaline running through us, but we got to be able to control that and direct it into a positive way. So hopefully we do that tonight.
Yeah. With a record of 1-2-1, what's your assessment of how the team has done early in the season?
We're definitely growing. I think this year my focus was to be able to understand where we're at early, evaluate. Did a lot of rotations to figure out what is available for us. And so we are growing. We've had a little tough moments, but I think the challenge is going to help us in the long run. Usually we kind of peak early, and my hope is that with our process that we are peaking late and sustaining late so that we can be competitive at the end of the season, which is what will matter the most.
There's something that's struck my ear. You just said the word is growing, growth. How much of that growth will be defined or impacted by what transpires tonight here against the arch rivals from across the river?
Well, it's about, focusing on the four components of the game. How well are we moving the ball? What kind of decision making are we making? And so, a lot of times we focus too much on the wins, and we want to win. Clearly, that's the goal. But again, early in season, I want to be able to see good moments, good things happen on the field, regardless of the outcome of a game. I think traditionally we do focus on you won, so you must have done better. And I want to be able to play soccer better, and hopefully wins will come with that.
As a byproduct of that improvement.
Correct.
All right. Coach, thank you very much. That was the head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats, Vidal Hurtado. When we come back, a lot more soccer coming your way. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar.
Yep, this amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbeys.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. Next to me is the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers, John Springer. Coach, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you again, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. And, well, tell me, what did you have to say, if at all, to your players today, knowing that the rival is no more than Eastmont, and no less than Eastmont, rather?
You don't have to say anything, right? I mean, they know it's always a challenging game. It's a great time. They always enjoy the game. They look forward to it. So, yeah, you don't have to say much to motivate them at all. They look forward to it.
Now, after the win against Ingram, which I resent deeply because I went to Ingram, what are some of the lessons that you want to build on at this game? At this game, yes, correctly.
I thought we did a nice job. We made some nice adjustments from the Skyline game. Of course, Skyline is a solid team, so we knew we had to play a little more defensively in that one. With Ingram, we tried to focus a little more on the offense and connecting and building our attack, which I thought we did a really nice job of. So we just had the 2 games so far, so we're still trying to figure some things out. But things are coming together. I think we've got an idea now on our positions and formations. So today will be a great test. See how it goes.
Now, does it play against you or in favor to have this big a game so early in the season? 3 games in.
I don't know. Later into the season, you've got more injuries sometimes and different things. At the same time, that 3rd week of the school year, the season is always there. You're battling illness. Seems like all the kids start getting sick right about that 3rd week. But maybe you're not quite as dinged up. But I think both teams this year happen to be a little more dinged up than normal at this stage. I mean, poor Eastmont had those 4 games in that week last week, so they've had a tough week last week. So I don't know if there's ever a great time, but it's fun. It gets the season started right away, which is great. It gets the energy going early, so it's a good time.
Thank you. That was the head coach of the Panthers, John Springer. When we come back, lots of soccer coming your way. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. We're a few minutes away from the start of this contest between Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee. We'll take a second, or actually a handful of seconds, or a handful of seconds to tell you about the starters for today's contest. The starting lineups are brought to you all season long by TC Slingers. TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. TC Slingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. Eastmont will jump onto the pitch with Ali Titchener on goal, number 1. Number 6, Kendall Reeser. Number 8, Sarah Downs. Number 9, Liliana Johnson. Number 11, Julia Martinez. Number 13, Halen Magnuson. Number 15, Mila Hoga. Number 17, Jessica Ramirez. Number 18, and I'm going to mess this up, so give me a second, Kylie Matrichet. Number 20, Sophia Greathouse. And number 22, Paige Fisher. The Eastmont Wildcats are coached by Vidal Hurtado, assisted by Lady Fisher, and it is a huge thrill to be able to say this, and also assisted by Matthew Kimmel. Yes! Yes! Cancer can go suck a lemon. Welcome back, Maddie. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Apparently I did.
Deservedly so.
All right.
Absolutely. It's great to see him back here.
Wenatchee. We go to the starters for the Wenatchee Panthers.
My name is Allison.
Goalkeeper, number 3, Brooklyn Burgess. Number 4, Natalie Bowles. Number 5, Berkeley Bowles. Number 6, Madison Norton. Number 7, Ava Coble. Number 10, Piper Davidson. Number 11, Logan Gross-Didier. Number 12, Kara Gross-Didier. Number 16, Giselle Sanchez Blanco. Number 17, Zaylee Stegman. Did I say that right? Let me check. Zaylee Stegman, yes. And number 20, Tess Scott. Head coach, John Springer. Assistant coaches, Ricardo Flores, Hector Solorio, and Ashton Kirkpatrick. We've had quite the eventful start for this evening of soccer. Looks like the fire just to the right of our booth seems to have been contained, so kudos to the folks with the big helmets, the red jackets, and the big hoses for taking care of business yet again.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great to see that smoke die down.
Oh yeah.
You know, like to see that.
Absolutely. And also we have, well, a bit of something special, I would say, Matt Wisen, and we were talking about this during the pregame. Is like, is there a good time or a better time than others to play the arch rival? What's your take on that? You've been on a share of these, not just as a broadcaster but as a player as well.
You know, if I could play my arch rival every game, that's what I would do. So I wouldn't have a preference, really. If it's the first game of the year in league or if it's the last, I just want to play that game every night. Just the emotions, everything about this game is exciting. It's stressful. It's just ramped up a notch. The fans are all amped up as well. This is as big as it gets for these girls, unless you're off to state. And then if you could play them in the state final, it'd be even better. So,
yeah. Go ahead, please.
Oh no, so that's what I was getting at. I don't think there's a best time to play them except for all the time.
Let's not forget that you mentioned something that's worth highlighting. The amped up feeling. The amped up feeling is not limited to this stadium today. Let's not forget that these teams are playing each other in football this week, and they played each other in volleyball, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So at the school, it's already a pretty amped up feeling, not just during practice but just walking around the hallways, one might assume, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would be. I think it would be the perfect homecoming week if Wenatchee and Eastmont could draw it up and just play the rival for every sport. That whole week would be fantastic. That would just continue to build throughout the week and get, that'd be maybe something to look into. It's a pretty cool thought.
That would be interesting. That would be a lot of school spirit, not a whole lot of homework getting done, perhaps, not a whole lot of focus on the part of the student athletes and the fandom, of course.
Well, the first week or so of school, there's usually
not a whole lot of that anyway. Yeah,
so
you're absolutely right.
It might be perfect time.
Folks, before I forget, I'd like to send a quick shout out. This is kind of out of the blue here, kind of out of left field, but I'd like to send a quick shout out to a gentleman by the name of Jack Decker. Jack Decker, if you've been to the Chelan County Fair in the past 8 to 9 years, you have probably seen some of his handiwork. He has the model train exhibit towards one of the corners of the fair, and it is really a sight to behold. Have you seen this by any chance, Matt?
I think I saw something on social media about that.
Oh man, it is impressive. It is impressive. It's not just his handiwork, it's just a family affair of sorts, and I tell you, it's become one of the staples of the fair. They've been there at the very least, I would say at the very, very least, since 2014. So our deepest thanks to Jack Decker and to his family for their dedication, their devotion, and their effort, because I tell you, to build a model train station is hard work. Now, to build this huge thing with Mount Rushmore and the Space Needle and the Golden Gate Bridge and all kinds of good stuff, those are days, not just hours. Those are days of hard work and painstaking attention to detail, and to do it for your community, it's all the more worthy of praise, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite places to see is at the museum. Since I was
upstairs,
right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Old enough to remember, it was that model train upstairs with the mountain passes and stuff like that. It was always the coolest thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look at the schedules so far. the Eastmont Wildcats, showing up here with a 1-2-1 record. 2 losses to Sela and Meade, a tie against Kashmir, and a victory over Central Valley. Wenatchee 1-1-0, a loss to Skyline, and a win against Ingram High School, the Rams from Seattle. So it's still very early in the season. Not a whole lot that can be perhaps surmised from these results. Lots of these contests perhaps caught the teams not in the best shape just yet. So it could be very well. It could be fair to say that the season basically starts for them today, not just on the schedule, but in the intensity, no?
Yeah, they haven't really been experienced enough to really get a feel for either team. I mean, starting the season off, say for Wenatchee against a state finalist, if not the state champion in Skyline, is a tall order. And kudos to Skyline. They don't like to go on the road, especially over the mountains. And this is the second team in a year that they've sent over here to play soccer. So that's a really difficult task to start off with, and then turn around and then handle Ingram pretty well with another Kinko team. Is pretty good. It's a pretty good result, but again, not enough to really get a feel for your team. You've got some returning veterans, and same with Eastmont, so it's going to set itself up for a great game tonight.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break during the playing of the national anthem. When we come back, kickoff here at the Apple Bowl. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Hi, this is Eric Grandstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont
To the end zone, touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5, touchdown.
Even Kashmir.
Killed by Nell, it's in. Good maneuver, right foot, go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
National anthem sung, and both groups of tifosi have engaged in their traditional "I believe that we will win" chant, so the score is even in that regard. And now captains at center circle discussing who's going to do what to start this contest between Wildcats and Panthers, Panthers and Wildcats. Let's take a look behind us. A little while ago, we had
referee clinic,
a staple of Wenatchee Valley soccer, Ed Navarro. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. With a referee class, preparing the future arbiters of soccer, of the beautiful game here in the Valley. And in front of us, we have another staple of the Wenatchee Valley, beautiful Saddle Rock in all its majestic glory, overseeing in its quiet, understated way, the proceedings here at the Apple Bowl. Wenatchee decked in what I want to say is very, very dark purple. Would that be correct, Matt?
Yeah. Well, it's purple and black tops.
All right. And going from left to right. And Eastmont decked not in their Columbia blue, but in white, going from right to left. We're almost ready to start. 40 on the clock, 22 on the pitch. And we're about to be in business.
Decent crowd tonight.
No kidding, sir. And there's the whistle, and like the old senator used to say, esto comienza, señores. This is about to start. And running down the right side for the Wenatchee Panthers, the shot across, top of the box, trying to make some room. Touch to the back. Scott. Rejected by the Wildcats. A bit of a battle there. Martinez and Fisher. Magnuson across the back line. Under some pressure now from Logan Gross-Didier. Touch to the back for the goalkeeper. Ali Titchener. Doesn't quite work. Bowles. Bit of a miscommunication there. Ultimately, it lands with Sanchez Blanco. You said something very interesting while we were prepping for this game, Matt Wisen. It's like the third or fourth Sanchez Blanco that we've seen starting for the Panthers, I believe, ever since we started doing these games.
Yeah, I'm assuming that family is still is related. That's a deep soccer family for sure. And
absolutely.
They've all had really quality players.
Yeah, we got to find out what they put in their cereal. Shot across, far post, nobody there. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Eastmont Wildcats. 1 minute 35 into this one. Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza tonight. I recently got a new gig, and my daughter insisted that we go celebrate at Abby's Pizza.
Perfect. I was batching it all weekend, holding down the fort with my dog.
No kidding.
And I made it an Abby's Pizza weekend.
Yeah, that kind of situation screams making it an Abby's Pizza night. Absolutely. A little too long for Logan Gross-Didier. And while the ball is out of bounds, I'm going to look for my pencil. There we go.
Trying to knock the dust off of our gig. We've been away from the game for a while and announcing it, and so forgive us if we're a little rusty tonight. I know. Going through some of my notes, I'm trying to refresh myself with some of this stuff. I intentionally took a long break this summer, and it's great, but I'm excited to get back to it.
Norden. Ball goes out of bounds. A throw-in for Eastmont. Touching the touchline. Ball goes out of bounds. Now Eastmont on the move. Recovered quickly by the back line of the Panthers. The through ball trying to find Zaylee Steckman doesn't quite work. Interrupted by, it looks like, Liliana Johnson. No, it was Sarah Downs. But we're back in action now. Bowles and Sanchez Blanco. Across the center alley for Madison Norden. The touch up field, looking to find Logan Gross-Didier. Ball goes out of bounds. Wenatchee putting it into play. Piper Davidson on the mark. It looks like Magnuson shot across. Nobody there to connect. Good idea, though. With a bit of room now the back line of Eastmont, and with much more urgency than the style, much more urgency than necessary, I would dare say. Ball sent to the throw-in. Wenatchee ball. We're back in action. Good takeaway by Norton. Make that Reeser. Right at midfield, the stop by Gross Didier. Recovered by Eastmont. The Wildcat fandom rising to its feet. Down the flank on the left side. Paige Fisher, ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says. It will be Eastmont ball. 4 minutes, 30 seconds into this one. Was that a technical foul on the taking of the throw-in?
Must have been.
Scott. Ball being fought over in Wenatchee territory. Long kick up field. Wenatchee trying to keep it alive. Can't quite work to their liking. Recovered by Sarah Downs. Touch to the back for Hoga. Now it's Magnuson. Bit of a touch. Late foul called. But I think the correct decision by the referee that time. It will be a free kick for the Eastmont Wildcats. 5 minutes, 19 seconds into this one. This moment of the game brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local. Serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Good takeaway that time. This could be interesting. A through ball into the box. Mano a mano. Viene. Oh, my goodness. Nice save. Nice save by Ali Tishner. It helped that the ball kind of got away from the forward there. But Ali Tishner putting a stop to the danger there, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, good job coming out. Staying strong. And covering that ball up. Was that Piper barreling down on that thing?
Looked like it, yes. Number 10, Piper Davidson, yes. And speaking of barreling down the flank, Wenatchee goes. Shot to the top of the box. Couple of headers there. Not a whole lot of clarity. There's that chance for a shot. Right-footed shot, and a stop by Titchener once again. This time it was Gross Didier, and a second shot sails over the crossbar. Logan Didier with the second opportunity for Wenatchee in less than a minute and a half, my Wisen.
Yeah, talking to Coach Springer before the game, he was saying that this year's team is a lot different than what we've seen in the past, much more offensive. And his strengths in the past games have always been defensive. But this year, with Piper, Gross Didier up front.
A quick run on the flank. We'll continue with that in a second, because here come the Wildcats. Kendall Reeser. On the mark right there is Ava Coble. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. We'll continue with your analysis in a second, Matt Wisen, because this one smells like danger, as the old song would say. Shot across, rejected, and sent out of bounds by the back line of the Panthers. It looked like number 12, Kara Gross Didier, throwing into the box. Jessica Ramirez watching it sail by, and now sent out of bounds once again. 7 minutes 36 into this first half of play. We're still tied at 0-0. A shot across into the box, and what may well be the first appearance of one Miss Brooklyn Burgess, Matt Wisen. Not a whole lot of work compared to the other end of the field for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, what I was saying, Piper Davidson is the kind of the attacker with the most confidence on this team right now, and now she's got some players, offensive-minded players around her that make this team much more complex when it comes to attacking.
Right.
And that's what Coach Springer was saying, that this year they're going to rely on that scoring more goals than stopping.
Shot by Berkeley Bowles, not a major worry for Ali Titchener that time. Paige Fisher. Tapped and the final touch by Tess Scott. Ball goes out of bounds. They're still kind of looking for the sphere.
And you can see Wenatchee, when they're in possession of the ball, they're switching sides much more often, not relying on one side. So that stretches that back line out more. is what they're trying to do to open up some lanes to run through or
Great
pass through.
spaces, yeah, of course. Fisher and Sarah Downs, recovered by Sanchez Blanco. Sanchez Blanco and Berkeley Bowles. Madison Norton, interrupted by the Wildcats. Quick counterattack in the making. Matrichet. Oh, with some space now for Fisher. Fisher. She could have swung left that time. She chose to her right, and the ball sailed a little long for Liliana Johnson. Still, it was sent out of bounds by a Wenatchee player, says the referee. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. 9 minutes, 47 seconds. We're already playing under artificial light. There's not a whole lot of summer left here in the valley, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt my feelings any. I love the fall.
Me too.
Let's bring on sweater weather.
Yeah. And hot chocolate and yeah. There's a shot. Bounced, stopped right at the 18. Recovered by Wenatchee. Bit of a shove there. Eastmont persevering. Haga. Paige Fisher with some space. Fisher switching to her right for Matrichet. Matrichet and Ramirez. Ramirez and Downs. Downs and Paige Fisher. The shot, and Ms. Burgess just watching it sail by. 10:38 into this first half of play. Apple Valley Honda test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Got a friend that's a Honda pilot, I swear. She swears by it. Absolutely swears by it. Recovery by Wenatchee. Good through ball that time. A bit too long. And the stop by Miss Titchener when Zaylee Stegman was appearing near the right corner of the Eastmont box. Fisher with a bit of a fancy touch there. Ramirez Jessica. Titchener. Hoga. Under some pressure. Eastmont trying to keep it alive. Doesn't quite work. Last one to touch it. It looks like it was Sarah Downs, and it will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. Scott, heart of the box, good maneuver, a bit of hesitation, and
foul up.
Listen, yes, the assistant referee had his flag up.
Yeah.
It was an illegal charge on the goalkeeper. Yeah, I think a good effort that time by Wenatchee, and an even better reaction by Ms. Titchener. Down the flank we go. Looks like Kendall Reeser trying to keep it alive. Ball goes out of bounds. 12:47 into this first half of play. That one sails wide. Still scooped up. Touch to the back for Sarah Downs. There's Mila Hoga. Straight across and into Wenatchee territory. Throw in for the Panthers. Off to the races now. Looks like it's Piper. Right-footed shot, and it sails over the crossbar, and a good opportunity goes wasting. When it looks like Eastmont is about to even things up in terms of scoring opportunities, Wenatchee is very quick on the counter, especially down the flanks, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they're getting down the side quick, but they're shifting quick, and they are playing, it seems like now, like I said, the left side a little bit more. Piper's getting down that side, and Eastmont is having a hard time really keeping her from getting that corner and crossing or shooting on that ball. she's just feeling really confident right now. And Eastmont right now is having a little bit of communication communication troubles in the back line, which is only compounding the efforts. I'm not sure what's going on with the referee.
Just having a little chat with the bench, the Eastmont bench. They need. Yes, the goalkeeper needs a penny to differentiate her from the Wenatchee forwards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. So it will be black and yellow top for Miss Titchener, who has responded admirably whenever she's been called upon. And we're approaching the first quarter hour of play here. A very boisterous, busy Apple Bowl in beautiful Wenatchee, Washington. Taken away by the Panthers. Natalie Bowles, a bit of a bounce there. Berkeley Bowles, taken away. Good counter in the making. Paige Fisher, straight up rude one for Liliana Johnson. It didn't quite work. Whistle on the play, foul called.
Handball.
Handball, absolutely. It will be a free kick for Eastmont. 15 minutes 46 into this one. This moment of the game brought to you by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV.
I saw one of those the other day.
You did? What do they like?
Pretty sweet.
All right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would love to have one of those suckers. I think this is very appropriate to sponsor this the broadcasting crew with an electric Hummer. No, they're really cool, and even if you don't intend to buy one, I would encourage the audience to go check it out because, yeah, it'll change. If you're anti-electric, it'll change your mind on it really quick.
We're still apparently looking for a ball. I don't know what the holdup is.
Well, there's a ball in the middle of the field, so I don't know. Oh, goalie. Oh, must not have liked the penny that well, so change it.
All right, so they were waiting for a change of outfit for the goalkeeper for Eastmont. There's a shot right off the face, it looked like. Play continues. Sarah Downs, recovered by Wenatchee. Berkeley Bowles, bit of a long distance phone call there. Down the flank, ball goes out of bounds, and it should be Eastmont ball. 17 minutes, 22 seconds into this first half of play. Folks, I have to tell you, normally when we do these broadcasts, I make a fool of myself during the game. Today, I really outdid myself. I made a fool of myself before the game. I walked in here, Matt. You were not here yet, and I walked in here, and I started going through the rosters, and there was a last name that I couldn't pronounce, and I said out loud, "What kind of last name is this?" I'll tell you more in a second, because here comes Wenatchee. The show. Go, 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 go! Wenatchee Panthers take the lead. Natalie Bowles. Minutes 12 seconds in this first half of play, and not much Ms. Titchener could do on that one, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, Eastmont got caught kind of ball watching instead of playing, and Wenatchee really took advantage of that. Good finish, good ball across, recognizing the open runner and playing the ball at her feet. But not much you can do with a goalkeeper. So much traffic in front of you and a well-placed ball.
Battle at midfield there. May try it. That one is Magnuson. Across midfield. May try it. Bowles. Touch to the back. Now pushing it forward. Looking to find, looks like number 14 for the Panthers. That would be Samantha Amante. A quick shot across. Ball goes out of bounds, throwing for Eastmont. Just after the switch in outfit for the goalkeeper for Eastmont, we saw Samantha Amante enter the contest. We couldn't tell who she had replaced, so we waited till she had a touch. There's Bowles. Bit of a needle threaded there, shot across, and a corner kick coming, favoring the Wenatchee Panthers. First corner kick of the game by my count for...
Yeah, it's I don't think I've seen one either.
Yeah, 20 minutes 17. Right-footed shot near the top of the box, into the blender, or into the mixer, I should say. Stopped by Miss Titchener. Paige Fisher, whistle on the play. Handball, says the referee. And the typical chant of "you can't do that" comes from across the way. Now explain to us, Matt, why the space normally reserved, I'll tell you in a second, because here comes Wenatchee once again, and there's Titchener on the stop. Why the space usually reserved in most stadiums for the away fans is now the home of the home fans.
It has to do with the Apple Bowl itself and the construction with generally the south-facing side and the north-facing side. In the fall, the south-facing side, and in the summer, you just get so much more sun and the last sun. And with such a big concrete wall against the bench, that thing heats up. And as a coach, I love to have my opponent cooking in the sun and not able to cool off. And in the spring, when you need every little bit of warmth that you can get, that's why the home team would come over on this side and hopefully take advantage of a little bit warmer of concrete wall behind you on the bench. It's whatever you can do. We've played teams that intentionally leave the grass long because we have a fast team and prefer playing on a fast pitch. We've played teams to try to do the opposite. Any little bit of home field advantage you can get. Skyline.
What did Skyline do? I was going to mention that.
They love to take advantage of that big strobe light they have of a massive screen right in behind the end zone of their field, and which is right above the goal. And so, if you're an opposing goalie at night, looking at this thing flashing, and they don't use it when their goalie is facing it. But as soon as it gets dark and the opposing team their goalie is facing, they turn that thing on, and they just have it flashing, and it's like a strobe light. It's almost impossible to see, like the sun is in your eyes.
It's guerrilla warfare.
Home field advantage, yep.
We're back in action now with Wenatchee looking for that second tally before the break. There's Piper Davidson, a through ball into the box, looking for Logan Gross-Didier. Can't quite get there. It will be a goal kick for the Wildcats. This moment of the game brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanic, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So when you were bachelor number one with your dog there, Did the dog get to try any of the pizza or no?
Oh, she loves pizza crust. That is like her. If any other kind of treats we have for her, pizza crust is #1 for Maggie. Yeah.
Across midfield we go. Sanchez Blanco, recovered by Eastmont. May try it. The touch to the back for Ramirez. Even farther back now. Oh, a bit of a mistake there. That didn't work. Hoga bowls on the recovery. Right-footed shot. Blocked nimbly by the backline of Eastmont. Fisher. Downs. Bounces off a defender. Downs on the throw-in. Trying to get past Tess Scott. Recovered by Wenatchee. Across midfield into Eastmont territory. Davidson. Groves Didier. Davidson. Getting that right foot ready perhaps. Looking for Bowles at the 18. Switching to the left side instead. Bit of a shove there. Whistle on the play. No, play continues. Fisher. Reeser. Can't quite make it past Tess Scott. Bowles. Sanchez Blanco. Bowles. Right-footed touch. Under some pressure. Recovered by Hoga. Trying again for Wenatchee is Davidson. Davidson now to Logan Groves Didier. Ball a bit too long. The marker for Eastmont is going to let it sail by. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. 26:01 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today at yourcleanconnection.com. Folks, I'd like to send a quick shout out, if I can find it. So, to be continued on that one. Across midfield, Wenatchee goes. Sanchez Blanco. Touch to the back for Kara Groves Didier. Recovered by the Wildcats. Hoga to the mid field. Fisher trying to thread the needle, and it works this time. Good opportunity coming for the Wildcats. Right-footed shot, and it sails past Julia Martinez. A good effort, it looked like, by number 6 Kendall Reeser on the shot across. We're going to double check that one because that was an impressive effort. Down the flank on the left side, we have a substitution for the Panthers. It looks like it's number 17, Zaylee Stegman, going back to the action. Reeser. Not a major worry for Burgess that time. Here we go. Found the shout-outs. 2 ladies from the JV team of Eastmont wanted me to say their names on the air. They wanted to hear their names on the air, so here we go. Crystal Anaya and Alisa Mejia. Thank you for watching NCW Live. There's a shot across. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says. Looks like the referee's called it a goal kick.
Yeah, we're doing shout-outs. I might as well do one to each of my boys, Jonah and Tyler. Jonah, second year at vet school at WSU, and Tyler is finishing up his junior year, going into senior year at Whitworth now. He came in running start, so he was academically junior his first year in college. Yeah, so they're watching some of the game tonight. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. And stay out of trouble and do your homework.
Well, if you're gonna shut out your kids, let's wait a little bit. Let's do the Moraga tax deductions later. 29-13 on the clock. Wenatchee still holding on to a 1-0 lead. I haven't seen many reasons to worry about the durability of this 1-0 lead so far, Matt Wisen. Looks like Wenatchee is not dominating, but at least dictating.
Yeah, you're right. They're pretty comfortable. Eastmont really just has some. It seems like they need to get a plan.
And speaking of that, there's a quick run into the box, the shot across, and the stop by Burgess. Nimbly done by Eastmont, but even better stop by the goalkeeper, Brooklyn Burgess. The shot, I believe it was number 18, Kylie May-Trichett. Matt Wisen.
That was a solid shot. Like I was saying, Eastmont, right now, maybe their plan is just try and get confusion and not be predictable. But they haven't really had much of an organized attack. And I think Wenatchee's feeling comfortable because of that, which can hurt you if you get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But Wenatchee seems like they're doing having run a play.
A bit of a bounces there right on the top of the box, making some room for that right foot. Instead, no, she's going to go and open to the right side. The shot across, and with more than just a little bit of relief, Miss Titchener watches that one sail by. A good effort that time by number 14, Amante, from the right side of the box. That almost caught the goalkeeper for Eastmont by surprise.
Yeah, that just wasn't too far off that back post.
No, sorry. 30 minutes 54 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Top of the box. Interrupted that time by number 17, Ramirez. Paige Fisher. Across the equator. Recovered by Bowles. Natalie Bowles. Recovered for Eastmont now by Sarah Downs. And ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is 31-42. Titchener. Ramirez. Recovered by the back line of Wenatchee with some trouble. The delivery didn't quite work, opening the game up on the left side, and the shot across instead sails wide. A good idea by Kendall Reeser, perhaps trying to catch the goalkeeper unawares or expecting the cross shot. That ball instead sailed wide. Was there an offside in there?
I don't believe so. I think that was a shot.
Yeah, I agree. 32-28 on the clock. Coldwell Banker Cascade encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington. Our apologies to our viewers. The time is not showing on your screen. We're having technical difficulties with our interface, so we're going to be telling you the time a little more often so that you know in which part of the game we are. 32:54 on the clock right now, so a little over a handful of minutes, and the shot over the crossbar. A little over a handful of minutes left in the first half of play. Wenatchee still leading Eastmont 1-0. Beautiful, and I do mean beautiful night here in the Wenatchee Valley. You know, I have a friend. His name is Jeff, and he posts his pictures on Facebook, and his caption all the time is "Oh, where we live," because there are pictures of the Wenatchee Valley, and he just can't help himself but express his admiration for what a beautiful place in Washington and in the United States we live in. And nights like this, I have to agree with him. Free kick for Wenatchee. It will be Miss Bowles taking care of it.
Looks like they're trying to overload the back post on this ball in.
Bowles, right-footed shot, and over the crossbar.
Yeah, back to Wenatchee. I mean, the skyline, I've lived in and spent some time in several places without, I would say, a skyline or a natural skyline. Hillsides are flat. You can just kind of see until you can't see anymore.
Yeah.
And I grew up around being able to see mountains, and at time right now, just at dusk when the hillsides are dark and you can't make anything out except for the contrast between the hillsides and the early night sky is it's beautiful.
No doubt about it. We're back in action with the beautiful game. And Eastmont trying to tie this one up before the break. A bit of a mistake. This could be dangerous. There's Fisher. Fisher making some path as she goes, as the song goes. Taken back nimbly by Logan Gross-Didier. Looked like ball goes out of bounds, and my goodness, that nutmeg could have been costly there, Matt Wisen. Went right through the legs of a defender, and Fisher was ready to pounce.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunity there. Just need to make sure that maybe Eastmont's attacking players kind of stayed paired up. I'd recommend that so they instantly have somebody that they know they can play off of.
We have a substitution in Wenatchee. We'll tell you in a second who it is that has just entered the contest. It's number 16 for the Panthers. That would be Giselle Sanchez-Blanco getting some more playing time. And the stop that time by Titchener. Reminiscent of that old adage the great late Coach Powers in Leavenworth liked to use. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. That's how he wanted his goalkeepers. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Miss that dude. Magnuson battling with Matrichit. Touch to the side. Now there's a bit of a give and go there between, it looked like Sarah Downs and Kendall Reeser. Didn't quite work. Ball goes to the hands of Brooklyn Burgess. Burgess looking to find Gross-Didier, Logan Gross-Didier. Quick touch down the flank under some pressure. Looking up, two in the box. The cross shot doesn't quite work. There's Amante. That one sails wide. The outlet touch. Bowles on the recovery. Amante trying to crank up the pressure. And with more urgency than style, the back line of Eastmont, I believe it was Sarah Downs sending it to the throw-in. 37:07 on the clock. We're almost to the break. Wenatchee still leading 1-0, and we see it looks like number 9, Eliana Johnson, getting some instructions from Coach Hurtado here, right up below us here. There's the throw-in. Matrichit. Bowles. Touch upfield. Bit of a battle there. Reeser, whistle on the play. Foul call. It will be Eastmont ball, 37-50. Confluence Health, high quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities. Ramirez. Magnuson. All the way to the other side. Across midfield now. That's to the back. Pushing it upfield now. Not a major worry for the back line of the Panthers. That's one thing I've noticed. When it's time to recover the ball from their own half and push it upfield, there doesn't seem to be any urgency on the part of Wenatchee. They are very methodical. They're very calm when playing the ball. I don't see Wenatchee putting any kind of I don't see Eastmont putting any kind of pressure on that back line, Matt Wisen.
No, I think Eastmont doesn't want to press that back line. Wenatchee's much more. It appears that they've got that phase play down much more. They know where to go with the ball when they get it. They look up. They know that there's going to be players making runs in certain places, and they're facing their defense. They're not giving Eastmont any cues to press at that point. Their heads aren't down. Their backs.
Johnson, Fisher. Oh, good move. Martinez, bit of a bounce. Sorry about that, Matt Wisen.
No worries.
The clock has stopped. The time is being kept on the field by the officials. And Eastmont just had a good opportunity to tie this one up, but here come the Panthers. Stegman with some space. Shot across. Far post. Cleared away that time by Sophie Greathouse. It will be Wenatchee ball. Matt, you tend to be our unofficial timekeeper.
I did not set my 2 minutes, but we got something going on here.
We have a player down. It's a Wenatchee player. She's face down.
Was that Stegman that made the cross?
The shot across, yeah. Is she the one that's down? I don't want to alarm her family if they're listening. Either. So we're not going to say a name until we're sure. Being turned around. They're checking. It looks like her right leg. Hopefully. Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulator. 509-884-4653. That's 509-884-4653. The score is 1-0 if you're just tuning in, with Wenatchee holding on to the lead. A goal by Natalie Bowles in the 18th minute of play has been the difference so far in the scoring. And we have a player down. That's why the action has been stopped. Nobody's taking a knee quite yet, so we hope that that's a sign that it's not too serious of an injury. It's a Wenatchee player, and she's sitting up now. That's even more encouraging.
Yeah, I can't quite see what they're working and how they're going about it, so I can't even project what type of triage they might be.
Yeah, but she's doing okay. She's conscious. She's sitting up. She's of course in a bit of pain.
Yeah, of course you want to isolate it the best and stabilize it until you can really get in a place where you can analyze it on the pitch. Isn't always the best place to do that.
So
looks like we might be getting some kind of splint out just to help her off the pitch.
She's in a bit of pain, that's for sure. And the athletic trainers for Wenatchee tending to that player are Jody Roberts and Larry Howe. Thank you, Eric. So kudos to the staff here at Wenatchee High School has named this player in a moment of distress.
Well, and if you're a athlete at Wenatchee or in any high school, I guess, in the state, and you're to be injured and have any staff attend to you, you're in one of the best places in the U.S. to have that type of staff, which is Wenatchee has always been one of the best in the country when it comes to injuries and triage and stuff like that. They've been phenomenal. Looks like we're going to call and allow the players not to get cold and and have to play another 30 seconds before you break anyway.
One decision by the referee. That is halftime, folks. The score so far is 1 for Wenatchee, 0 for Eastmont. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the halftime comments and a whole lot more here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away. Don't go away, they're out.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen?
Meinen Zylinder überschwimmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren.
Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlussen. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCWLIFE Channel has you covered.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. Oh. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, where we just witnessed an interesting first half between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Not a whole lot of action. I was expecting perhaps a little more busyness, but especially on the part of the Eastmont attack, because for stretches there, Matt Wisen, I think you'll agree with me, the goalkeeper for Eastmont, Ali Titchener, was mighty busy.
Yeah, Wenatchee was creating some confusion in front of her, taking advantage of some communication issues that Eastmont's having on their back line, and I think they were a little scared to move forward too far with the ball because of Wenatchee's potential attack. As the half drew on, we saw Eastmont send that ball forward a little bit more, maybe optimistically, but Eastmont was taking advantage of some miscues and got some good looks at goal, which resulted on some shots on goal. So this game, it could be a little different. It's still very in reach for both teams.
I think I agree with you. I think that these two teams have what it takes to bring danger to either gate. I think part of the problem for Eastmont so far has been, like the coach has said, it's only the third, fourth game of the season for these teams, so they're not exactly with four wheels on the road, so to speak. They're still learning. Okay, oh, this one is the turn signal. Oh, this is the windshield wiper. They're still trying to figure out how this whole playing soccer thing works out. And it's showing, and like you said, the miscommunications, the miscues, and the mistakes that both teams have made. But still, I think Wenatchee is ahead fairly. I think 1-0 is a fair description of what transpired in the first half. And if I am Coach Springer, I would accentuate the positive of a first half that has his team in front.
Yeah, my coaching discussions for both teams at half. If I'm Coach Springer, obviously we got a great goal. We've had some good looks, but tighten it up defensively a little bit. When we're sending our four backs, our weak side back forward in the attack, they're not necessarily shifting to cover that weak side as in transition defensively, and that's a good place for Eastmont to exploit. And so that's one thing I'm saying if I'm Coach Hurtado. Hey, players, get your heads up. Find out where the pressure's coming from. Feed the ball into that area once we get the ball. Wenatchee, press the back line. Force some communication errors. Eastmont, don't hold the ball so long in the back. Get the ball up. Play the ball in that hole that Wenatchee's vacated. And Wenatchee, patience. And when you're playing through the thirds and you're not just playing long down the side, patience in your attack. You've seen some shots come from long distance and sail over the bar, and they had time to shoot that ball. They had time to maybe distribute a little bit more. And lastly, for Eastmont, give your attacker somebody to stay connected to. They're leaving that attacker out on an island when they play the ball through, and they kind of have to make it up as they go through because they don't have anybody to play the ball off of. And you can see Wenatchee's just sending 3 defenders around the girl with the ball, and not a whole lot you can do at that point.
All right, we'll see how the second half transpires. We have they're still treating the Wenatchee player. It's number 17 now. We can confirm is number 17 for Wenatchee. That would be Zaylee Stegman, who's hopping from one leg onto what would you call that? A cart?
Was that her that got up there on her own like that? Wasn't lifted? But it looks like her leg is isolated. Yeah, I mean, it's a cart. It's the best way. Mm-hmm. You're not going to bounce somebody. You're not going to drop somebody. Yeah. I've seen all that take place.
Oh, golly. Even at the pros.
Even at the pros. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cart them off. I mean, it doesn't look good. Obviously, everybody's hoping the best for her, but just you want to treat everything with the utmost caution at this point.
Of course.
And that's what they're doing. So, our thoughts go to her and a quick recovery from whatever this is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Stegman. What year is she, Stegman? She's a junior. She's a junior. So,
I mean, we've had
a nice little ovation for Miss Stegman.
Her older sister just graduated last year, I believe. And now we get another Stegman, another talented soccer family.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, 40 more minutes of soccer action for you. This is the NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! Les Schwab Tires is too. Because Les Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more. See those guys? They just do tires. Eyes ahead, Dad! Look, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Blinker, I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first. Watch, they're gonna come greet me.
Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. We are a few minutes away from the start of this second half, with Wenatchee holding on to a 1-0 lead over their arch rivals from across the mighty Columbia, the Eastmont Wildcats. The only goal so far, 18th minute, Natalie Bowles, and a beautiful strike that completely defeated Ali Titchener, who had a very good first half up until that point and continued to have some very good saves for the Eastmont Wildcats after the 1-0 tally. So not to take away anything from Ali Titchener's performance. That was a very, very hard shot, Matt Wisen, and a beautifully taken strike by Ms. Bowles.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, if you're not familiar with the game, you haven't played it, and you're watching that shot come in, you're like, oh man, that was just an easy shot.
No.
But the thing is, when you have a ball coming across the floor in front of you, and it's a perfectly placed ball, weighted ball, there's not much bounce to it, and you get to run up onto it and take a shot inside of 10 yards out or whatever, a lot of times that ball gets skied over. The player just thinks it's too easy, and they just put too much into it and just rocket it way over the goal. To keep that ball on the floor at pace without bouncing and precisely place it in the corner, it's a lot tougher than it looks. So kudos for the pass and the finish. And like you said, there's not much the keeper can do in that with the traffic in front of you, picking the ball up as late as you do. It's really challenging to make that save.
We're just about ready to start the second half with Eastmont starting the action from left to right, decked in white, and okay, we're gonna go with very dark purple and black, we said, right? For Wenatchee, going from right to left, and the wind has begun to pick up here at the Apple Bowl, so let's start securing everything with tape. Thank you very much, Mr. Wisen. I want to send a quick shout out to my two little tax deductions. My boy Chris, who may be watching, and my little girl Gabriela, who may not be watching, but she's going to give me a very stern critique of my performance today when I get home. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, she should. Her and I are going to go over notes later.
Very nice. Very, very nice. The night sky dominates now. The crowd has remained steadfast in their support of each team. Not a whole lot of empty spots when compared to how we began this contest. And there's the whistle that tells us that the second half has begun here at the Apple Bowl. Eastmont moving across the center alley, trying to get out of their own half of the field. Downs. Stopped by the Wenatchee midfield. Sanchez Blanco. Bowles. Natalie Bowles. Madison Norton. Back to Bowles. Bowles to the upper right-hand corner of the box. A bit too long that time. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the
corner
referee says that a Eastmont player touched it last. That's a corner kick. And it looks like Bowles will be the one taking care of it as the wind begins to wreak havoc with our setup here at the booth. 1 minute 11 into the second half, and not a major problem that time for Miss Titchener. A good ball. It's a 1-on-3, but it still manages to look promising. And a bit of a foul there. Was that number 8 for Eastmont? Sarah Downs, it looked like?
I didn't get a number.
That's quite all right. May Trichit. Right-footed shot. Bit of a funny bounce, and with more trouble than it seemed it would be, Miss Brooklyn Burgess puts a stop to the danger.
Ooh, getting close to that it's hard to tell sometimes with all the lines out there at the edge of that penalty box.
Whistle on the play. It was a foul called against Eastmont. It will be Wenatchee ball. 42-21 on the clock. So we are approaching the 3-minute mark here in the second half. Far post. And Miss Titchener takes to the ground to put a stop to the danger. Titchener. Bowles. That was Ramirez. Julia Martinez. The touch for Greathouse. Good move. Ramirez. All the way back for Hoga. Switching left. Now straight upfield now. Battling at midfield for Eastmont is Downs. Martinez. Fisher. Martinez. Looking to find one of those forwards. Liliana Johnson. Martinez. Cleared away by the back line of Wenatchee. Piper Davidson. The Eastmont defense letting it sail by so that Titchener can send it upfield. Recovered by Wenatchee. Shading towards the left side. Bit of a turn there. There's Bowles. Natalie Bowles. The touch. Looking for the outside mid. Doesn't quite work. Recovered by Eastmont. Stolen away by Wenatchee once again. The header by Piper Davidson. Into the box we go, and a couple of yards before the 18. Miss Titchener puts a stop to the danger. There's a player with a bit of an injury now. It looks like it's number 13, Haley Magnuson for Eastmont. We already saw right at the edge of halftime, Zaylee Steckman have to be carted off the field with a leg injury. "45 minutes, 4 seconds into this one. So it will be ball to ground for the goalkeeper, Miss Titchener. Pivoting header that time. Connecting with Julia Martinez. Taken back by Wenatchee. Fisher on defensive labor. Trying to find May Treichit. Instead it's Wenatchee switching to the left side of the attack. Norden. Touch to the back for Gros Didier. Stolen by Fisher. Fisher. Opening the game up to the right side for Julia Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Greathouse. Julia Martinez, bit of a charge. Referee whistles. It will be a foul called, and it will be Eastmont ball. 46-14. So approaching minute 7 of the second half. No, I stand corrected. It was just a throw-in, it looked like. Natalie Bowles. Taken away by Fisher. Bit of a triangulation. Nice job. May Treichit. May Treichit. Oh, heel touch back to May Treichit. Nice effort. Good idea. Bit of miscommunication there. Taken back by Wenatchee. Piper Davidson opening the game up to the right side for Logan Gros Didier. Recovered by Eastmont. Across midfield we go. The stop that time by Kara Gorsdidier doesn't quite work. Trying on the again is Madison Norden. Norden connecting with Piper Davidson. Davidson switching across the center alley, opening the game up to the right side. Instead shoots straight into the box and Gorsdidier. There's Logan Gorsdidier. Having to back up a little bit. Bowles. Touch up field. Logan Gorsdidier back to Bowles. Approaching the 18. Still in control. Cleared away. And the stop by the goalkeeper, Miss Ditchner.
A little more patience there in attack by Wenatchee. We saw them force that shot earlier in the first half.
Global Car Care, your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available. Stop by their website, globalcarcare.net. It will be a free kick for Eastmont. I was doing the commercial, Matt Wisen. What did the referee see in that play?
I think he called a handball. He grabbed his arm like it bounced off.
All right.
Just took a weird bounce as Miss Scott is cutting in front of the attacker.
Fisher and Greathouse. Greathouse and Martinez. Martinez. Back to Fisher. Hoga. Across the equator into Wenatchee territory. Taken away nimbly by the Panthers. Beverly Bowles. Berkeley Bowles. And quick give and go with Natalie Bowles. Now back again. Bit of a chipper and almost fooled the casual observer there as the side netting shook with that shot, but it went out of bounds. 49-16 on the clock, 9:17 into this second half. And we see Julia Martinez getting instructions from the Eastmont bench. Pivoting header that time, looking for Julia. Julia under some pressure now. Taken back by Kara Gorsdidier. Ball goes to, it looked like Logan Gorsdidier. Ball goes out of bounds first. However, there is Julia Martinez. Julia on a bit of a battle. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. 49-55 on the clock. Touch up field over the head of Jessica Ramirez. Connecting first with, it looked like Piper Davidson. Opening the game out to the right side is Davidson. Back to looking, waiting for his Bowles. There's Bowles. Under some pressure now. Bit of a needle threaded. Gorsdidier shot across. Ball goes out of bounds. Logan Gorsdidier has been a puzzle, very hard to solve down that left flank, both in the first half and the second half, Matt Wisen.
She's just delaying that run just a little bit, and Eastmont's kind of stepping up, and right when they're stepping up, Wenatchee's playing the ball right in behind, and Gorsdier's got some pace to catch up with that. She almost got that ball before it went out.
50-48 on the clock. We're approaching the 11th minute of play here at the Apple Bowl with Wenatchee ahead of Eastmont 1-0. Ball goes out of bounds, and now the Eastmont faithful right below us here come to life. At midfield, waiting for that ball was Liliana Johnson. There's Fisher. Touch to the back for Hoga. Long ball. Interesting maneuver off to the races for Julia Martinez. Overcome nimbly and cleanly, it looked like, by the defender. That time, the Wenatchee defender. Pushing it upfield now is Logan Gorsdidier. The through ball looking to find Berkeley Bowles doesn't quite work. And it's a stop for Ali Titchner. 51-51 on the clock. Natalie Bowles, the long ball that time. Hoga on the mark. She lets it sail by. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Eastmont. This moment of the game brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate. 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207.
Yeah, 'tis the season for black widows right now in Wenatchee.
Oh, boy.
I can't tell you. I've been seeing them all over the place lately.
Through ball looking to find that Eastmont forward. I believe it was Chandler. Yes, it was Mick Chandler, number 3. Doesn't quite work.
Wenatchee seems like they're playing a little more defensively in the second half. They're leaving 4 back, not really sending an extra attacker into the final third when they're pressing.
Fisher. And Miss Burgess watches it sail by. It will be a goal kick for the Panthers. 53-40 on the clock. Wenatchee still holding on to a 1-0 lead since, I want to say, the 18th minute of play. Bit of a takeaway there. Ava Coble. Long ball upfield. Looking to find Davidson. Opening the game up to the right side for Sanchez Blanco. Is she going to find enough room? She is not. And there will be a substitution, it looks like. Wenatchee will send 2 players onto the pitch. We'll tell you in a second who they are. One of the players leaving is Logan Gorsdidier.
And Sanchez Blanco is also leaving.
Yep. We'll see who has taken their place. 54-34 on the clock. One of the players is Karen Rivera, number 15. There's a quick run into the box. Chandler shot across. Oh, go! Eastmont ties it up in a brilliant, lightning quick counterattack. Matt Wisen.
Fantastic counterattack. Great. I can't say enough for that pass that Miss Chandler sent across. Had the keeper thinking it was a shot all the way, and just drug that ball right beautifully across the middle and to the far post where
looks like number 9, but she has a major ponytail, so it looks like Liliana Johnson at the moment.
Yeah.
But we will double check on that.
And that Ron, we talked about giving your attacker some support or connecting with somebody else. They counterattacked beautifully. I know that was.
She's right in front of you. What number is that?
She's closest to me.
No. It's on the W.
Yeah.
On the W there.
Yeah. Good luck there. I can't.
All right. Well, we will try, folks. We will try.
When she gets closer, I'll see what I can do.
All right.
But anyway, you couldn't script a counterattack better than that.
Beautiful. There's a quick run, and off to the races goes Liliana Johnson again. Or at least the artist suspected to be Liliana Johnson. Yeah, that's a 9, isn't it?
It sure looks like it.
Yeah. Oh, bit of a handball there right in front of the referee. Eastmont with a free kick, 56-21. And what a start for Mick Chandler. The assist going in halfway through the second half as a sub. The quick counter attack, the beautiful shot across, and the assist once Miss Johnson sank it in. And there's Chandler once again. But instead, first on it is Ava Coble sending it to the throw-in. 56-56 on the clock, folks. 1-1. Matraichit. Natalie Bowles battling with Matraichit across midfield. And Bowles takes a bit of a tumble there. Whistle on the play. It will be a foul called on Eastmont. It will be Wenatchee ball. Now, if this score holds, Matt Wisen, what happens after 80? Oh, whoops. Okay, sorry.
One of two things.
One of three things.
We get extra time.
We get extra time, we get penalty kicks, or we go home.
Yep.
There's the shot. A bit of a shot from behind. No call by the referee. Play continues.
I believe we play till we get a winner. The Big Nine has been one of the few conferences in the state that have played until winners and not just accepted ties. Kinko, they have ties all over the place.
Whistle on the play. It will be Eastmont ball, and I have to say that that second goal, the goal for Eastmont, was the best thing that could have happened to this game, because
it injected a lot of life into the crowd, into the players.
Yeah,
Wenatchee is a little second guessing themselves now.
Yeah,
it's going to be really interesting to see how this game plays out from here. Wenatchee have a little confidence problem, it looks like.
Yeah, number 14 for Wenatchee is Amante. That was the second sub. She also had some playing time in the first half. Ball goes out of bounds. Julia Martinez, and it forces Wenatchee to not speculate, to actually put some meat on the grill and try to bring some danger to the gate, defended by Ali Titchener.
I mean, the game's come relatively easy to Wenatchee tonight. I mean, they've been put on pressure a couple times, but for run of play, they've kind of had it. And now the toughest thing to do is when you're comfortable having to, and this late into the game, having to put on your hard hat and get to work. And we'll see if Wenatchee is capable of doing that. That's really hard to do at this point.
But it's a great lesson for, especially for a young team. Number 12 for Eastmont enters the contest, and that would be one Reese Robinson.
Yeah, and if you're Eastmont and knowing Coach Hurtado, he's just trying to get the team to get one goal. It doesn't care how it comes, just get one goal, right? And then take advantage of that momentum shift. And now is when he's putting his foot all the way down on the throttle. And he's trying to keep that momentum going with this team. You'll probably see them start pressing more, sending more numbers forward, so the game could really open up. Who knows if we've got one goal left or 3 or 4 more.
20 minutes to go here, 60th minute of play. Wenatchee and Eastmont, 1-1. Beautiful goal in the first half for Wenatchee, Natalie Bowles, and number 2, unconfirmed, Liliana Johnson. Another beautiful strike as well. So, Classico worthy of its name, at least in the quality of the goals, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they've both been really nice goals.
Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. Throwing for the Wildcats. Next time these two teams meet, Matt Wisen, it will be right here at the Apple Bowl. You want to tell the folks at home why?
That's where Wenatchee wants to play. Probably some light issues. I get it. I take it.
Yeah, lights at the Eastmont Field will force both games to take place here at the Apple Bowl.
I think they should just move the game up earlier. I mean, I feel bad for the Eastmont faithful that would like to see a home game against Wenatchee.
Okay, but again, I mean, it's a, 20-minute drive? 15-minute drive? It's not like, we're playing.
No, true, but it's still nice to have your own locker rooms, your own everything.
Yeah, true, very true. 61:35 on the clock.
I'm sure if Eastmont wins this game, they'll claim that they own the Apple Bowl. I think they did last time they took it to Wenatchee in football. They said, this is our house. And, I guess the winner gets the spoils, right? So we shall see.
Yep, it's going to be an interesting one for sure, considering that Wenatchee took the volleyball version of the Battle of the Bridge. And we have football at the end of the week. Wenatchee against Eastmont, is that correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. That's always a gas to watch. I didn't attend Wenatchee. I didn't attend Eastmont. I don't live in either city, but it's so much fun to watch. A quick give and go that time. Cleared away by the back line of Wenatchee, and that turns into a quick counter. 2-on-2 inside the box now. Oh, good takeaway that time. Shot across, and the stop. And the stop by Tichenor.
Yeah, fantastic counterattack again. Really played the ball in well. Just comes down to that finish. I mean, she got a great foot on the ball and put it right in the corner. Unfortunately, it was just the wrong corner.
Ava Koval with the shot that time. A quick counter by Eastmont. And I got to tell you, Eastmont, it looks like a completely different team. The self-confidence level is through the roof when compared to what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, I agree. Heads are up. They're playing on the front foot now. They're really looking to get that ball in behind and go at goal.
A long ball that time. Top of the box. Bit of a confusion there. Eastmont sending it to the throw-in. It will be Wenatchee ball. 63-23 on the clock. There's a throw-in inside the box. Matraichit. A quick touch. Across the header and the stop by Tichenor, who has had to be on her game. A good header that time by Piper Davidson. That was a lot harder than it looked, Matt Wisen. Low, enough of a bounce there.
Yeah, to be able to glance that ball off your forehead and put it on target isn't an easy task.
Bit of a collision there. I think the referee is right to not call a foul. There's Julia Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. There's Julia Martinez again. Looking up. Top of the box. Into the box now. A bit of a hesitation there. Ball goes out of bounds. It was Matraichit trying to play it right at the 18. Ball goes out of bounds. Is that a corner kick, Matt?
Corner kick.
Corner kick for Eastmont. 64-44 on the clock. Johnson.
A little bit too strong.
Yeah, nobody in that particular area code. And bounce the touch back into the box. Over to push it in was Fisher. The header. Bowles letting it sail by. Throw in for Wenatchee. Wenatchee almost playing like the away team right now. A quick run. Rose Didier. The turn. Like the Pied Piper back there. 3 players following her. And speaking of Piper, there's Piper. Shot across. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for... No, let's see what the referee says.
Corner and
a substitution. Thank you, Matt. 65-58 on the clock. So, well, now it's 26 minutes into this second half. And it looks like it's number 12 in for the Panthers. That will be Kara Gross-Didier. Top of the box. Clear away. There's Kara. Amante. Taken back by Eastmont. Asking for it is Renee Robinson. Make that Reese Robinson, I beg your pardon. And the stop by Ms. Burgess. Quick shout out to my buddy Dave Burgess, the hardest working man in show business here in the Valley.
Not us?
No. Good takeaway that time by Reese Robinson. Fisher. Great house, Fisher. Waiting for it is Magnuson. Fisher, personal maneuver instead. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball, 67-17. More substitutions. Matt Wisen, I'm going to need your help here.
Trying to keep his legs fresh, I guess. Des Scott's coming out. Is that 19 going out? And, oh boy.
I know,
These
right?
numbers, was that 9 that came in?
Nine is one of them, and the other one is the one playing like on the right wing over there.
Yep.
So number 9 for Wenatchee. It's our first game of the season, folks. We are like the textbook definition of rusty.
Well, when Wenatchee's coming off their bench, to our defense here, their numbers on their chest are their small numbers. The big numbers are on their back, and they're running straight at us, and so we don't get a chance to see the number until they turn around.
Ariana Carrion is number 9. We'll find out who the other player is as soon as she turns around.
What we need are the professional substitutions reader boards.
Or binoculars
on the sidelines.
Like the 2 pairs I left in the trunk of my car today.
Those would help too.
There's Bowles. Bowles trying to make a path as she goes. Bowles, she's got a powerful foot. Bowles, 18, into the box. Gross Didier. Still battling for it. Back to Bowles. This could be interesting. Right-footed shot, and it sailed just wide.
Just about hit that near post. So Eastmont's really doing a lot of ball watching and moving towards it with 3 players or so in the box, not necessarily keeping track of runners coming into the box behind them. And the longer Wenatchee holds the ball and moves it around, the more they can find open spots to exploit if they get their heads up. So how patient can Wenatchee be in the attack and deliberate? And how much can Eastmont be aware of what they're leaving open in behind on defense?
Long ball, trying to find Matrichet. Instead it finds Madison Norton. Ball goes out of bounds. And it was not Matrichet, it was Reese Robinson, actually, number 12. Bit of a collision. It goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, says Miss Fisher, and most importantly, says the referee. 69:43 on the clock. Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group. Online at kennedygroup.com. There's a long touch to the top of the box. This could be interesting. Fisher connects with it, and then she almost does. Goes Didier. Logan this time. Montana Hamill looks like number 8 for Wenatchee. 70 minutes 24. Goes out of bounds. Top of the box for Ham. But about a shoulder touch that time.
I'm going to call a handball.
And the referee said there was more than just a shoulder involved there. Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. There's a touch. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! How did that find Mick Chandler all alone, Matt Wisen? All alone.
Yeah.
You were talking about Eastmont ball watching. That was exactly what the back line of Wenatchee got caught doing.
I agree. Just stepped up into that hole and fed the ball. And she's like, all right, if no one else is going to play it, I might as well put a foot on it and see what happens. And then here we go. Eastmont's winning 2-1 with in the 72nd minute.
This moment of the game brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. It's worth saying again, folks. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org.
Looks like we got Tess Scott coming on and Piper Davidson coming on for Wenatchee. A little sub right before kickoff.
This is what makes the sport so great. You cannot really explain what just transpired, because in the first half it was Wenatchee dictating the pace. In the second half it was Wenatchee bringing Eastmont bringing more danger, but still not enough to say, okay, they got Wenatchee backed into a corner, so to speak. And then comes the first goal for Eastmont. The entire game changes on that play. The shot, top of the box. There's Mick Chandler. And then the same things we were criticizing Eastmont for doing is what Wenatchee gets caught doing, and it costs them the second goal. Quick run. Wenatchee feeling the pressure now. May Trichit for Greathouse. And the goalkeeper, Miss Ditchner. Caragors Didier. Off to the races now. May Trichit. Bit of a battle. Ball goes out of bounds. Folks, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our broadcast crew, our studio producer Matthew Moore, our line producer Josiah Davidson, our camera people Oliver Caudry, I hope I'm saying that right, Victor Abarca and Joshua Monroe, and our van driver extraordinaire Eric Grandstrom. We also had the inimitable Dan Coons stopping by earlier today, so thanks to all for making this broadcast possible. And I have to say, they make it pretty fun to come to work, man, Wisen.
Sometimes.
Oh my goodness, that silence was heavy, folks.
A little payback on a dig that Dan likes to do once in a while.
Oh, he does. He does. A quick touch, opening the game up. Nice idea for Ham. Top of the box. Inside, and the shot looking for, it looked like Amante down the right side. But first thought it was Titchener. And now it's the proverbial 12 against 11, Matt Wisen, because the clock is rooting for Eastmont at the moment.
That clock is ticking. Now, see, there was a little bit of a injury time in this half, and we'll see if that's added on or if we're going to go with the straight 40-minute half.
If you've enjoyed this broadcast, folks, there's more to come in NCWLIFE on the next few days. We have Friday, September the 15th, Eastmont and Wenatchee football with Grant Olson and Eric Grandstrom on the call, going live at 6:30 p.m. And then September 19th, West Valley at Wenatchee on volleyball with Eric Grandstrom on the call, live at 7 p.m. And then September 22nd, Davis at Eastmont football with Eric and Grant live at 6:30 p.m. Okay, I have one more shout out left. How many do you have left?
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. A quick shout out to my missus. This week is our, I want to say, 16th wedding anniversary. I hope I'm getting that right. I love you, darling. Thank you for letting me do this.
Where are the cookies?
She heard that. Those are only for Kashmir games. So if you can program our, get us a Kashmir game, cookies, of course.
People in Kashmir are watching now, so that counts.
A long ball. And with a lot more urgency than we've seen her have the entire game, Miss Burgess plays it at the top of the 18th. And folks, okay, I lied. One last shout out. This is Fiestas Patrias week, so a great big hug to all our brothers and sisters from all over, from several places, I should say, in Latin America, celebrating their Independence Day. Especially our Mexican brothers and sisters on the 16th of September. the 16th. I'm going to have to check that because that could get me in trouble. And speaking of trouble, the evening almost went south in a hurry for Ms. Titchener, who, in her urgency to capture that ball, hurt herself. I think it's on the wrist. Okay, we have a lot of Mexican audience listeners and our tele audience. Could you please check that? Otherwise, it's gonna bother me. Independence Day, Mexican Independence Day, right there, please. No, it's not Cinco de Mayo, Smarty Pants. Even I know that.
September 16th.
September 16th. I was right. All right, cool. Happy Independence Day, or happy upcoming Independence Day to all our Mexican brothers and sisters watching this contest. 78 minutes on the clock. That means the referee is in charge of how much time is there left. Or rather, there is left. A bit of a combo there. Counter-attack in the making. Stopped at midfield by Wenatchee. Madison Norton pushing it upfield. And Vidal Hurtado yelling from the sidelines. That's almost as if he was losing, and his team is ahead 2-1. Natalie Bowles, the takeaway by Martinez. Stolen away once again. Back to Bowles. Nope, miscommunication. On the flag, Mick Chandler. The scorer of what could be, still not decided, the game winner. There's Bowles. Martinez. Ramirez. Chandler. Downs leaves a marker behind. Good maneuver, a bit of a collision there. Let's see what the referee calls this one.
Throw-in.
Just a throw-in?
Throw-in and a Wenatchee player down?
Yeah, Wenatchee player down. Yeah, she's crawling. She's actually crawling away from the field. And there's another player down, apparently another Wenatchee player down with, looks like a leg cramp. Yeah, that's normally when they're doing that kind of a treatment is because of leg cramps.
Early season conditioning.
Oh yeah, and not enough water. So we might have a repeat of the first half when the Wenatchee player Stegman got injured, and the referee basically decided, okay, this is as far as we're going to go in the first half. Let's see what happens in the second half. Wenatchee trailing Eastmont, or if you prefer, Eastmont leading Wenatchee, 2-1 so far.
Yeah, if it's cramps, I mean, you should try and work it out on the side, but
no, I mean,
you can also get the player off the pitch.
I thought there was a second player.
There is, but it looked like the second player is off the pitch, but maybe not.
She's right on the boundary. She's right on the boundary.
Oh, she is? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we cannot see her from. I cannot see her from out here.
So we're going to require a sub for the player with the cramps.
The player cramping up gets, no, she's trying to walk it off, and she does. Good for her. Looks like it was Ava Coble, but she's doing okay. Was that a "this game's over" chant by the?
I think they're saying this is our house.
Oh. Okay. Wenatchee make that an Eastmont player is asking for the ball. Assistant referee hands it to her. And she yields the responsibility of the throw-in to Mick Chandler. Ball goes out of bounds, and now will be a Wenatchee ball, another throw-in, this time deep in Wenatchee territory. Goes Didier. Piper. Ham. Across midfield. Natalie Bowles. Could be the last play of the game. Taken away nimbly by the back line of Eastmont. The long ball. Offside, yes indeed.
And then a kick way down there is a yellow card.
That's a yellow card, yes indeed. That's not allowed. That is not kosher. Yes, yes, yes. And the referee very clearly tells her, go have a seat. That is not good sportsmanship. And now she's approaching. Now can we tell what number she is? No, looks like a 9. It's a 9 to me. Yeah. We're going to go with Lillian Johnson for the first tally of the game for Eastmont. Whistle on the play, foul call.
Have to take the shot. Just take a quick shot.
Referee wants to relocate the ball. Now he's going to take...
I mean, with the keeper out the way the keeper was and disorganized in the back line.
The steps to count the position of the wall. There's the shot, and Piper sends it over the crossbar. Nah, there can't be that much time left. But I've been wrong many times before, especially earlier today. Referee checks his watch again, orders the action to restart. Off to the races now, hoping for a quick takeaway is Martinez. Ham. Bowles. Touch up field for Piper. Piper. Opening the game up to Sanchez Blanco. Taken away nimbly by Jessica Ramirez. Upfield for Martinez. Stolen by Piper. Looking up. Right foot cross shot. Trying to catch the legs of it looks like Rose Didier, and instead it sails away.
So many players from Wenatchee behind the ball there, just not wanting to get in the attack. I mean, you don't have anything to lose at this point. There's no reason to have 5 players behind the ball. Send them up.
And now Liliana Johnson is back in action after the yellow card. First yellow card of the game, should be worth noting. A very clean game. Hard fought to be sure, but nothing that we could characterize as rough play or dirty play. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. There's Johnson. Recovered by Wenatchee. The stop by Matrichet. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. And you're absolutely right. There are 4 or 5 players. There's Davidson now on the left side. Davidson. Shot across.
I mean, why you don't have...
Bit of a hesitation. Go ahead, man.
The majority of your team in the box right now. Just...
Shot across. And that one sails over the crossbar. Almost fooled me for a second. The fandom from Eastmont demanding the end of the game. The fandom from Wenatchee holding on to the hope for a miracle. Long ball. Over to chase it is Johnson. Over to chase it is Martinez. The touchback for Burgess. And there's the whistle that says that Eastmont crossed the river and takes a big victory over their arch rivals from Wenatchee by a final score of 2-1. We'll be right back after this.
The
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
I'm Jenny Rojanowski, host of Network TV, and I'm looking for you, our next guest, to come on air live at the NCWLIFE studios. We would love to feature your business, organization, or nonprofit and share about the work or innovation happening inside of your organization. It's super easy to come on air. You just need to send us an email. info@ncwtech.org. That's info@ncwtech.org.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, where we have just witnessed a very entertaining game, and with the Eastmont Wildcats taking this one by a score of 2-1. The Wildcats faced a bit of early adversity with Wenatchee taking a lead in the 18th minute, but they knew how to come back from it and score 2 goals in the second half to take this one. And speaking of facing adversity, sir, this gentleman next to me, in case you don't know, is Matthew Kimmel, assistant coach for the Wildcats. And I frankly don't know how to begin, Matthew. We've known each other for close to 30 years now, and it is just a blessing to have you here. Please tell us a little bit about what makes this game so special and your fight.
So I finished my chemotherapy this spring, and all I could think about the whole time was getting back on the field with my girls. And so to be here and to beat Wenatchee is about as good as it gets.
Well, we of course cannot take a side on a contest, but I gotta tell you, from the moment that you stepped away to the moment you came back, we've done nothing but root for you, and we're all thrilled. From either side of the river, we're all thrilled to have you back, and we wish you many more years of nothing but health and soccer, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
I'm gonna step away here, right here, and talk to one of the happiest men in the Wenatchee Valley right now, Vidal Hurtado, head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats, and we talked about it, how much this game, regardless of the score, would mean for the growth of this team. And now that we know what kind of game it was, coming back from 1 goal down on a rival's turf against the arch rival and scoring 2 goals in the second half, what does that mean for this team, for this young team?
It's huge. It's huge in our growth and our progress. I mean, hitting adversity early, and kind of what I liked that I saw was they didn't necessarily put their heads down. They knew it was a mistake, that we kind of gave them that opportunity, and they just kept playing. Both teams kept playing. It was a great soccer match to watch. Our ability to build out has been better. This is probably a good team that we matched up against today. And both goals were quality. I mean, like the way that they were, the ball moved and crossed and set the striker up was fantastic. So that's kind of what we want to see, right? It wasn't a lucky goal. They put it right in front of the net, and they put it, and then they just tapped it in. That's a beautiful thing to do. They're simple. They look simple, but they're really hard to do. So I know sometimes we look at our record and we feel like we're not doing what we're supposed to. But I don't think anybody can argue that we haven't grown in the last 3 weeks. And as I mentioned early in the season, or earlier today, our job is to peak late and stay there versus what we've done in the past. And I think we're on our way there.
Now, the contributions from the bench, you got to be absolutely thrilled with the kind of contributions we saw from the Eastmont bench today.
Yeah, so like Wenatchee, both of our programs have brought back our C team. So we have to make decisions to support them. I had to make decisions to support JV. So all of my reserve players played on the JV game and then suited up. And we kind of took a risky gamble there because injuries and whatever else. We talked about it, and I think that was what's best for our program. Long discussion with coaches, so absolutely they got to kind of settle in the JV game and showed up on varsity, so that's great for them. I know they're not going to sleep very much tonight. They'll be dreaming all night, so that's good.
Absolutely. One Vamos Gatos for the road?
I'll do that at the end.
All right, yeah. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to sneak in here. And Miss Fisher, is that correct? I am blanking on your last name, on your first name though.
Paige.
Paige Fisher, thank you very much. Now, Miss Paige, you were there. And what was it that allowed you guys to make such a comeback today?
I think we truly just wanted it more. We were down first half, and I think in the locker room, we got a big talk by our coach. And I think just as a team, we decided that we were going to show up and we were not going to go home defeated. And that's what we did, and we pulled the dub.
Yeah. All right. Now, tell me about the goal. Everything okay? Everything all right? All right. Tell me about the first goal, the play. What kind of an impact did it have to finally go even one to one against Wenatchee here at the Apple Bowl?
Well, I think that first goal really set the tone for the rest of the half. I think we might have started out a little bit slow, but once that goal was in, we knew we had a shot of winning, and we went for it, and we succeeded, and I think we never gave up, so that's the most important thing.
All right, thank you very much. Excuse me, I think I'm going to let you take this one, sir, if that's okay with you.
That's totally fine.
All right, this is Kylie May-Trichett.
Yeah,
and this is Matt Wisen.
I'll just address all three of the captains.
All right.
So, first off, I mean, tell me what it means to have a coach facing, the ultimate adversary in life, and to come back and to make it back out here on the pitch. How does that instill confidence with you ladies in this game and in life?
I mean, we talk a lot about facing difficulties throughout the season, and then to have a coach, we talk about broken legs and torn ACLs, but when you have someone so close to you go through something as hard as that and still watch them show up every day and give their all to you when their whole world's crumbling, it just makes your problems feel really small and keeps your head on straight.
Before we forget, that's Miss Downs over there, because we haven't introduced her. Okay.
I think it shows us that we can overcome difficult things. For instance, like this game, we didn't start off on the higher foot, but showing like Kimmel as an example, like he just shows us that we can overcome like being down like that, and we can't give up no matter what, and we didn't.
Yeah. So, as captains, I'll just hand the mic to you ladies, and you pass it around. Maybe give a thought about what it means to be a captain to this team, and I'll just leave it at that. What it means for you to be a captain of this team, and here you go.
I mean, it means a lot. I've grown up with most of these girls, and just to be a leader and help us through our final season together, most of us not playing anymore, and just help our Eastmont soccer program grow and lead our school and lead our team to all the things we want to accomplish this season.
I think just to serve these girls, it's like I've watched all the captains before me do it, so it's like special to be able to do it now and like lead in their footsteps.
I think especially this year, all three of us have been really trying to preach family, and I think that's why we really showed up today, is because we are playing as a unit, and at the start of the season we were not playing as a unit, and we worked hard to get there, and you can tell the bonds we have all with each other, and we're all really proud to be the leaders of this team, and I can see us growing with each game.
Well, you're doing a great job, and it was come back from 1-0 deficit and win 2-1 is a fantastic job by the whole team, and starts with leadership. So well, good job, ladies.
All right. Do we have another segment, or is this it? This is it? All right. Okay. We're going to call it good here. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastian Moraga. This fine gentleman over here is Matt Wisen, and that fine gentleman over there is Matthew Kimmel, back hopefully for good. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Devereaux is going to pat. No, it's Bishop in there now.
Tonight's coverage of live local sports has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Thanks for joining us for live coverage of local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
That'll be it for tonight as the Wenatchee Panthers